Right people, today is a good day. I've been wanting one of these on the channel for a long time. Those of you that know, we've finally got one. Now not just any old EP3, it's an EP3 turbo.
Absolutely rips. Handmade right here in the UK, in my shop.
Welcome to Nawfabz. Hey, what's going on people? Welcome back to the channel. As I've just said, we have now finally got an EP3 turbo on the channel. I've been wanting one of these for a long time. It's not in for a massive job, it's in for a rather small job. We are altering the wastegate at the moment. It's got an external wastegate and that points to the floor. We're making a change to that. He's asked for it out the wing, but we are going to call him shortly and we're going to see if we can persuade him to come out of bonnet instead. Not because I can't do out the wing, I can, but it's just going to look a bit like a redneck yeehaw job if we come out of wing. There's not a lot of space. It's going to have to sort of run where the scuttle panel is, going to have to cut scuttle panel out. It's going to be tight through wing. It's probably going to vibrate on everything. And I just really don't like that idea, so I'm going to try and talk him out of that. We'll see. The car is not a showpiece. It is rough and ready. The owner will openly tell us that himself. It is rough and ready. I think he said it's 360 horsepower. We'll get him to confirm shortly when we call him. It's got low boost, it's got high boost. Yeah, apparently it goes like, it's got rolling launch, it goes like hell. He's happy for us to absolutely def it. He doesn't want us to not do it justice. He wants us to give it the limiter, so we shall oblige later on in the video. It has a tendency to set on fire, which is a good start in it, with just what you want to hear when you're about to def a car. It has been on fire before, and there's telltale signs of that under the bonnet. It has got melted wiring, it's got bits and bobs here, there and everywhere that have been melted from its previous fire. So luckily now he's got a fire extinguisher in car. I don't know what happened, I think a fuel line popped off. We will speak to him about that shortly again. But yeah, that's it. We're gonna enjoy this one. I've been wanting one for a while. We're gonna have a chat with him. We'll get him on the phone shortly now. We'll have a look in the engine bay together, and then we'll get him on the phone. We'll see if we can try and tempt him out of this wing exit and try and do a bonnet exit, because I just think it'll look that little bit neater. Well, let's have a look. Let's have a look in bonnet. Right, here's under the engine bay then. So running Borg Warner turbo, sidewinder manifold. Obviously it's running an external wastegate, as I've said. It is pointed to the floor at the moment. As you can see, there's not a lot of space. He's been saying about chopping scuttle panel out here, as people have done before, and then going through wing. Like I say, I'm not saying it's not doable. It's just we've got a lot of wiring here. Just a lot of things that you really don't want heat to be near. As I said, it has been on fire. You can tell signs here. All fuse boxes melted here. Fuel rail wiring all melted. There's a lot of things melted. As he's openly told me, it's not a mint example. It's rough and ready, and that's it really. But it goes, which is all we're bothered about. Not running an air filter. That turbo looks like it's been swallowing gravel for years. It's filthy in there. So yeah, he genuinely don't care about it, as it seems. But each to their own. I've noticed a few little things that are just a little bit sketchy. Like I don't know what this is, but it's Bluetooth. Hopefully it's for a sub or something in boot and note important. We've just got bits jangling everywhere. Well, hopefully it doesn't set on fire on us. We shall see. So the gap through here, if you can get round here, Connor, and show them the gap in wing. So there is a gap. If we looped around there, we could get the pipe through there, but the issue is it's not just going to be happy just chilling there. We're going to have to sort of mount it somehow, and you don't really want to mount something that's connected to engine directly to the chassis, because it'll just end up breaking it because of vibration. So it's not ideal. Whereas if we come out up and out of here, it kind of will be happy just chilling. It won't need to be bracketed because it's going to move with the engine, whereas that's going to want to sort of like drop down because you've got a lot of leverage. So I'm going to try and avoid that. I'd really like to come out at bonnet if we can. We're going to have a chat with him. We'll see what he says. See if we can persuade him. He's also wanted us to look at boost pipes as well. I can't remember. We'll have to ask him about that. He said he wanted me to have a look at some boost pipes, see what we thought to them. Yeah, we'll have a chat with him. Right, here goes. Let's give him a call.
Hello.
Yes, Connor, it's Nathan at NAW.
Alright, pal.
Alright, pal. Right, I thought I'd just give you a little call about yours. Sorry about the other day, by the way, where I had to delay it a bit.
That's alright.
Right, just having a look at this. So you wanted it out at wing. I'm not saying it's not doable out at wing. It's doable, but I think it's going to look a bit of a cobble job, if you understand what I mean.
Yeah, just get it out of bonnet.
I think it's a neater option, to be honest with you. I think coming out at bonnet will be much neater. obviously it's already a fire hazard, this car, innit? We don't really want to be running exhaust near any plastic if we can help it.
No. I think Bonnet will be the best thing.
Yeah, I think it will. I think Bonnet exit's the one. So we'll do Bonnet exit then. Just tell me everything else about this car. So what power is it? Carl's already told me how to do high boost, low boost.
It's 362 wheels.
Sound.
On high boost.
Right.
260 on low.
And it's a goer, is it? It's not going to blang a rod out block, is it?
No, if it does, it does.
Right, well, I've seen you get it plenty of death anyway, so we should be cool.
Yeah, try not to bang it through gears, because last week I put a no clutch in it.
Yeah, I'll try.
I've made it in as best I can, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I'll try and be careful with
I've
clutch.
got it some, but...
Yeah, I'll be careful with clutch. What's the rolling launch? What's that about?
That's for noisy fault.
That's the what?
It's for noise.
The noise, right?
It don't, so I can't rev it up like that unless I'm stood still. So I've done that. It does not speed off, so you can rev it. If that makes sense.
Not really. So is it actually like rolling launch? Does it do it when you're driving it? No.
It feels like it does, but I've raised someone in reality. You might as well just brake boost.
Right, sound. So you're using it to make noise static.
Yeah, but no, not static, just like rolling.
Right, with you. I'll just probably leave that alone then. I'll probably not miss.
Yeah, it's probably not. That's probably what's killing the clutch and all.
Yeah, I'll not bother with that.
You can brake boost it for all you want.
Yeah, I don't want to def it. I'm gonna do it justice. We're gonna get some limiter, but I don't want to be brake boosting it and killing your clutch and that. So that's fine. Sound. Right, we'll do it at Bonnet then. What did you want me to look at on boost pipes?
I'm wanting more power, so I'm wanting a bigger. When I did maps, I'm going to go for close to 500.
Right.
So the guy says I need bigger boost pipes and a bigger intercooler, but obviously it's got to all be a custom thing.
So just basically have a look at it and see what we can do with it.
Yeah, I can't remember how big they are. They're like 1.75 or something.
Yeah, pipework looks quite small. Cooler doesn't look a bad size, but I don't know what size outlets are on it. I haven't had that much of a good look at it. Pipework does look a little small. So,
yeah.
Right. No worries.
So I'll just go in a bit bigger.
Right. So I'll sort that wastegate out today. We'll have a look at these boost pipes. We can make a plan for that for future then, and then I'll give it best. Because if intercooler's no good, you're going to have to order a new one anyway. I haven't really looked, I'll be honest. Yeah, so what I'll do is I'll get this wastegate done. I'll have a look around this intercooler. I'll give you my advice on that, and then obviously we'll do something else with that in future if you're going to go for it.
Yeah, no worries, pal.
That's about it.
I told Carl it's rough and ready for it does. It's not a usual friendly car, you know what I mean?
I've already had a look around it. It's definitely rough and ready, but it is what it is. And if it goes, it goes, and that's all that matters.
It's got one job, and it does it.
Gap ties in.
But yeah.
No problem. Right, I'll leave you with it. I'll get it sorted.
Any problems or all, just give me a ring. Obviously, everything is what it is. If it blows up, it blows up. But for what I can tell you, it's not going to blow up.
Hopefully not. Hopefully we don't set it on fire or it don't blow up. We should all be good. Hopefully.
Yeah, it has been on fire.
I can tell. I can see all the stuff what's melted around there. I can see. We've got a fire extinguisher inside now, so we'll be all right.
Don't worry, there's two already in it.
Not a problem. Right, I'll get it sorted for you, and I'll be in touch.
All right, pal.
All right, see you in a bit. Bye.
Bye.
So as you can hear, he's quite the character. I've not actually met him, I don't think. I don't know if he's been here before or whatever. He's quite the character, but he's rough and ready. He's happy for us to bash it, so he's happy for us to put it out Bonnet. Also, that's now saved us a bit of a nightmare. Not that I can't do it out the wing. I know it's doable. I've seen it done. I'd sooner do a nice job than a rough job, if you know what I mean. I know Carl's rough anyway, but I'd sooner do a nice job than a rough job. So let's get to it. Right, well there we go. Thankfully he did take our advice and we're going to come out the bonnet instead of out the wing. I do think it will look better. So first thing we're going to do before we even touch anything on there, we're going to make the teardrop, and we're just sort of going to try and figure out where we want it to come through bonnet. But I do have a little a new toy to try in a while. When we get to cutting the bonnet, I've got a new toy, and I think it might make our life really easy. But who knows? We'll find out later on. Because I've always struggled with that when I'm doing out of bonnets. I always find it really difficult to do getting the lining up part with the bonnet, because obviously you can't get in with bonnet closed. But I got a solution today. We'll find out how that goes later on. The very first thing we're going to do, we're going to make that into a teardrop. So for those of you that are not aware, teardrops, they are essentially originated from a 90-degree bend. Now this is a 2-inch 90-degree bend, which is the size what we're going to be coming out with, so let's turn that to a teardrop. So what we do is we clamp this in bandsaw, and we essentially cut right up to the edge of that as close as we can, all the way across in one straight line. Now that's not the finished product, we do have to shape it a little bit afterwards, but that's a basic ingredient, right? We'll get it clamped in, we'll get it cut. Now, not really any precise measurements here, pretty much a straight up eyeball job. That should be pretty close. Right, get that cut. Shaping, a little bit of work, and we do have a 2-inch teardrop, which is pretty sick looking. Nice and straight, everything's square. That's going to be what's coming out of the bonnet. So we're going to cool that down, I'll just fettle it up just a little bit more, a few last little bits, and then we're going to start offering it up, see where we want it to come out of bonnet, so we know a rough sort of area where we're going to point for. Right, proving to get this old one out has been a bit of a pain. It goes, I didn't realise how long it were, it goes like right down and right underneath car, so there's a V-band underneath, we disconnected that. But can't seem to get this one out no matter how I wiggle it, waggle it. I could do it if I take gear cables off, but to be honest, can't bothered. I'm just going to cut it because I need to cut it anyway, because I'm going to reuse this flange because I ain't got one in stock, so I'm just going to buzz through it, cut through it. That should solve my problem, it should come out. And it's not going to, well, we're not going to be reverting back anyway because there's going to be an hole in bonnet after, so it'll be staying as it is anyway. But just tape that off, stop any bits going in there, and essentially now I'm just going to cut through that, hopefully, see if it goes that easy. Like Terminator, I'll be back. So looking where we want to come out, we want to be sort of, when I'm looking through bonnet gap, the turbo is sort of level with the washer jet. And that's kind of where I want teardrop to come out. I want it to be in this area somewhere here. So that's the area we're aiming for. This is just kind of a wing it job, I'm not going to lie. There's not really any, there's a bit of skill, but I am just kind of winging it. I'm going to get it round there, I'm going to get it up at side at turbo here. And I'm going to sort of bring the tube up so it's the same angle as the wings. What I mean by that is when I look down the wings like this, when I'm looking down both of them, I want the tube to be at the same angle as the wing because I know that the bonnet's at the same angle as that. And then obviously when I get it where I want it, I can just put the teardrop on top. That is the plan, or what I've got of a plan. Right, so I'm not going to bore you to death with the mocking up of this because it's going to be a bit of trial and error, so I'm not going to bore you to death with that. I'm going to cut to in about 20 minutes time when I've got a little something together here. And I'll show you what I've got. So in 3, 2, 1. And like that, we've got a little bit of something knocked together. So a little bit of faffing around, but we have got something. So let me just give you a little bit of a rundown of what we've got. This is where things get tricky now. It's all right doing all this. The tricky part is getting it to line up to the hole in the bonnet, which there isn't an hole in the bonnet at the moment, but there's gonna be. But let me show you my new toy, what we've got. It is, let me spin you around and show you. Can you see the green lines? So this here, this is a laser leveler. Now this is like used for all sorts of stuff, mainly in like brickwork and household stuff, but I seen somebody using this for like the similar type of work what I do, and I thought, you know what, that's genius. It actually really does help. So the way that we've figured out the height, now obviously I don't know if it's perfect yet. We close the bonnet and we set the crosshatch of the bonnet to be just kissing. We're just sort of kissing the washer jet, just kissing the top of the paintwork. So that we know that that is the bonnet height when it's closed, a little bit higher. It's got bonnet risers on here. But that crosshatch line is the bonnet height. Now you can see there the angle. This gap is relatively similar to this gap. Again, might not be perfect, but an eyeball guess, it's pretty damn close. So that's what we've done to set it. Now the next part now is we're going to need to cut the bonnet. So we need to move the laser level around, and we need to set, I'll bring you around and show you in a sec, but on here I've put a piece of masking tape across the top of it, and I've drawn a crosshatch on the middle of it. Now we need to bring the laser leveler across, and we need to put the centre of those crosshairs onto the centre of my cross there, and then essentially we don't touch the laser after that. We remove this and we close the bonnet, and wherever the cross is where the centre of that was. If that makes sense, we should be drilling a hole in the bonnet, shaping it to that, and it should be a one-hit wonder, closed bonnet, bofter. Shall we see how it goes? Let me bring you around and I'll show you on my piece of masking tape what I've got, look. So on the top of it, look, can you see the piece of masking tape there with a crosshatch on it? Well, that's what we're going to be lining the crosshairs up to. And hopefully, I've never ever tried this, boys. I've never tried it, but I've seen somebody else do a similar type of thing, and I thought that looks genius. We'll give it a whirl and we'll see. So let's see what happens. We'll get things set up and we'll see. I'll leave you guys on here. Right, so I can move this now. We know that that's higher than the bonnet itself, which is good.
Okay, so set that as far back as possible.
Got to be in a specific spot, because I'll show you why. I want the straight line to be pointing straight at the top of the teardrop, and then that's where I'll know exactly where it finishes. It's not easy, it's very sensitive to move it.
That's not bad there.
It ain't bad there, right? Let me come around and have a look. We aren't knocking that. I know what's going to happen here. Somebody's going to knock that, yeah. 100%. Right, it's actually a little bit high compared to where my centre hole is, so it needs to come down a touch. See now it's moved already, look, it's miles off again. Doesn't help that this is not very... This stand is not great. God, it's so sensitive, that. Oof. What's that saying? Oh my God, it's so close. Literally so close.
It's hard.
There is no a tad. It just... That's a millimetre off. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. It just wants to just go right. It wants to come to me. I fucking just literally tap that a fraction. Right, I tell you what, that ain't half bad. That is not half bad. So there you can see, I don't know how well you're going to be able to see it on camera. The crosshatch off the laser is perfectly down the middle. And you can see it on my hand, look. I don't know how well you can see it on tape. According to this, it doesn't look very good on camera, but essentially now we need to remove that wastegate pipe without knocking this. If anyone knocks the laser even a smidge, the job's knackered. So we need to make sure nobody knocks it, because if somebody knocks it and we don't realise, and then we're cutting a hole in the bonnet, we're going to start this all over again. So we need to remove that now without moving the laser, then shut the bonnet and then put a pen mark exactly where it is. We know that the tip of the teardrop is in line with the top of that. So what we'll do is we'll line the hole saw up once we've put an hole on bonnet. We'll line it up with that, like that. Or we'll probably, I don't know, I'm not sure how we're going to do it yet. I'm going to wing it. I'm going to fully wing it. I don't know how we're going to do it yet. What I wish I had done, wish I'd still be able to see down that. Before we tack that on, I could see down it to flip it upside down. I'm not going to have that luxury now. I'm
seeing a bit of an issue.
What's the issue?
When we take this off, because this is higher than bonnet, this green, that cross, it's going to be further back in it because bonnet's lower. That needs to be above it, doesn't it? You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, it does in fact.
Maybe.
When this comes off now and you shut bonnet, that cross, it's going to be further back because this is higher than bonnet. That needs to be above it.
Maybe.
Yeah, 100%. Because if you think if you
It
take
does,
that
doesn't it?
away now, that green cross would be more like there, wouldn't it? So if you put bonnet down, it would be more like there.
Yeah, probably doesn't.
Further back, innit?
Right, only way of getting that above it is with something across that, innit? It has got magnets on the bottom of it.
But there, further, car needs to come. We'd have to push car further forward, wouldn't we? So that screamer's in line with these.
Yeah.
And then you can just put some box section across.
We haven't got any long enough though, I bet.
We've got no box section long enough.
Can't use stainless, not magnetic.
No. There's Ray, it is a bit of a problem. That might throw measurements off, so. Right, we're gonna have a think. We're gonna have a plan B. We're gonna see if we can get crosshairs. We're gonna see if we can get the laser leveler in a bit of a different spot, because obviously, as you can see, we've got it sat back there and it's sort of pointing at it at an angle. It's Ray, if we do it alter eye, like it is gonna throw it off. It needs to be directly above it, pointing straight down.
Perfect level with bonnet wouldn't be a problem.
Yeah.
Because it's lifted up 10 mil.
Right.
Going it other way, you measure 10 mil further forward from where
No, I don't want to be fucking about that. I want this to be a one-hit wonder. I don't want to be messing about with measurements. Right, let's have a little minute. Let's try and figure out how we can get it straight above it. And we'll have a round two before we cut. It's a good job we don't rush and cut into bonnet. Right. Version 2. You'll see crosshairs are pretty close. Even you just leaning on that's moving it. Yeah, even you just lean on that ramp and then moving it. Be careful. Version 2. We've MacGyvered a bit of a bodge job going off, but basically a bar from top, clamped laser on it, that's now almost straight down onto it. So it should be pretty close at that. Although Carl has just moved it now. Carl just leant on ramp and moved it ever so slightly. But it's close enough, I think. I think it's close enough. So next thing now, we're gonna have to remove that very, very carefully, not move anything, not move the ramp, not move the car, and then shut the bonnet and mark exactly the centre of them crosshairs, and that should be where we need to drill. Should be where we need to drill. Right, pass you then. Do we just altering it? Because it has just moved since you did that.
standing on ramp on that help either.
Right, that's in the centre of that. That's in the centre of that. I just want to just put a line where I know where crosshair actually is. Right.
Put one on scuttle and all. Right on bottom of the windscreen.
Well, that line's never going to go in here, is it? That's going to stay there when bonnet shuts.
No, but I'm thinking if you mark these, you know, like on paint and on scuttle and on here, then when we shut bonnet, we'll know if that moves, ain't we? Because it should line up with all them on bottom of the windscreen. I can't tell where the other one is.
Other one's not on there, it's on the other side of the bonnet, innit? Yeah, you're not able to see it. Right, so we've got a few reference lines then. One there, one there, one there. That way we know if it even moves the slightest. Now I need to take that off as gently as possible. Alright, take that arrows away. Alright, now gently shut bonnet. Let's try and make it snappy before it moves. Alright, well, according to our calculations, that should be the drill spot, right there in the centre of that. That line's still perfect, that line's still perfect, walnut scuttle's still perfect. Now the only issue now is, before we tack that on, I could see through inside it now to line it up. Now obviously I can't, can I? I can't see where it is now to draw out rest of it, you know what I mean?
So.
Look there, look, you see the black line, look at the black line, that's in line with that, isn't it?
Yeah, it'd be better off marking.
So them two are.
I don't think that one's parallel because it's thing. That were in line with tip of that, weren't it?
Yeah, so as long as you get top bit and bottom bit.
Yeah. And roughly something close on that one. So with my calculations then, that should be the hole. Now it's obviously going to be a lot bigger because also is going to be bigger. Also is going to be also is going to be that big. Looks like it, doesn't it? It's a tricky one, isn't it? I think we're going to have to just go for it, aren't we?
You'll be able to fit little edges around anyway, won't you?
Yeah, we'll be, even if it's slightly off, we'll be able to fettle it about a bit, won't we? Well, there's one way to find out, isn't there? There's one way to find out. Right, here goes. Committed now. We're committed now. Straight through it, big boy, no faffing about. Do I think it's going to be perfect? Probably not, but I think it'll be somewhat close. Just dropped a slight bit now according to his lines.
Is that not because Bonnet weren't fully shut down?
It might be. Oh, not big enough. Yeah, just give me that, because I don't want it to be baggy either, because it'll jump all over on paintwork. Could do with some red touch-up paint. Have we got any red caliper paint?
Yep, we've got some cold spots red.
It'll do just to touch edges in, won't it? Right then, here goes. If that ain't commitment, I don't know why it is. Right, now I've got to do the next bit. Bit of fettling. This was someone's pride and joy once.
Someone got this brand new from dealer.
Someone paid a lot of money for this once. We're just cutting a hole in bonnet. Right.
Finally, 2 bits of metal on it.
Well, they ain't gone in turbo because we've taped it off, so. Yeah. One did it floor. Right, we need to try and get this back on then now, don't we? And have a just to see if it's even it right, fucking postcode. Before I start smarting it cut up. I'm not going to leave cut like that. I have literally just absolutely butchered that in there. I just want to see if we're even something like before I go any further. Get on then.
Gotta get fails as well as everything else.
Right, this is going to be a fail.
Nope.
Oh, I tell you what, it's a bit of a fail. But it ain't a bit of a fail. Not once I've trimmed it out, is it? Not once I've, because we need to keep a good air gap up. Wow, hang on. Do you know what? That ain't a fail. That's a success, mates. That is a success. I bet I've only cut it with grinder. I ain't even shaped it. I've not even shaped it at all yet. I'm happy with that. I am happy with that. That is... I'm chuffed. By the time I've shaped that, that's going to look absolutely gangster. You'll never know. So does it work? Yes, it does. 65 quid that cost me. Worth every penny. Every penny. Because it's usually a battle getting them. An absolute battle. I don't think that. I think that's moved now. Because it's not in the middle of that anymore. Although this looks perfect. It's not on that line. It's moved a bit, not a lot. But the amount of you move it, it's fucking... Either way, don't need it now, do I? It's done its job, it's served its purpose. All I need to do now is shape that. And I think we'll probably leave it the right height as well, because he wanted it sticking out bonnet, he said, didn't he? He said he wanted it sticking up out of bonnet, so... That'll be that. Just gonna shape this off. Happy days. Right, do a bit of shaping, we'll come back to you. Right, here we go then, moment of truth. Everything's all welded up, it's all back on. This should, with a bit of luck, it should line back up. Now we're well, I need to do a bit of fettling still anyway, because I've only just literally cut that out with grinder and also. Now it's mad close there as bonnet's shutting, but because it's sat at an angle to suit bonnet angle, I tell you what folks, it ain't bad at all. Now usually we sit these a little bit more flusher. If you're wondering why I've stuck it up, customer did say can we stick it out of bonnet a little bit, so we have stuck it out of bonnet a little bit for him. It just helps keep the heat off at paint here, because when this is on boost and there's red hot gas coming out of this, if it sits flusher to bonnet, which does look better, it will melt bonnet paint here. And it still might, to be honest with you, it still might. And if you're wondering why we did twist it like that, not only does it look cool as hell, we're trying to point it away from windscreen, because bonnet exits, they do damage your windscreen. So it kind of, we've tried to point it away from windscreen a little bit, but it does look cool anyway, sat at an angle. So we've got a little bit of fettling to do. So I've got two tools at trade here, specialist tools, flat disc on a drill, and I've got a curved edge file. And what we're gonna do is I'm just gonna take this bottom bit out a little bit. I'm not gonna take any more of that top bit out because it's all right. I'm just gonna just trim this side down a little bit just to get rid of rough edges, just beautify it a little bit. But other than that, it's in right spot. It's just mega close there when you open bonnet. I'm talking, you wouldn't even get a fag paper through there. It's so close when you open bonnet. So we just need to address that. Other than that though, we're about ready for a rip. Well, there we go, boys. That is the finale. I told you it'd be nice and quick. Nothing major for us, just a little alteration to what's already on there. Civic has now got external wastegate. I guess here comes the fun part. Call the cops, she's about to be off the clocks. Let's go for a play in a Turbo Civic, finally. Get nice and warm.
Now usually I drive, but this time we're going to let our professional racing driver do it. Meet Dave.
Liking low boost and the fucking gliders. 360 at the wheel, so 400 horsepower at the crank. And I'm worried it feels like a right rattle box. It's all nice and warmed up, we'd let it have a good old warm up. You know, it was like turbo comes in about 7,000 RPM. Definitely a laggy old boy, I tell you that. I expect it to sooner than that. Maybe it will do once you get it wound up a bit through gears. So it's not too crazy in low boost. I was expecting it to be way more crazy.
Still fast enough. High boost.
I'm already bored of low boost. Brakes are good on it, I'll tell you that. Do you know it goes alright, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I was expecting a lot more wheel spin, it puts it down, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Actually puts power down. It sounds savage though.
You don't think like that then.
I was watching road, me. I was watching road. I do love Civics though. Love them. You know that turbo spools?
Yeah, can hear it very good in here and all.
No way. That's right, get out of my way. Fucking Jesus!
The right beast.
She goes alright. Fucking hell.
Fucking hell.
Torque steer like mad out. I never thought I'd say an Honda had got torque steer, but I was trying to walk wheel straight. What a weapon. It's been worth the wait, boys. It's been worth the wait. You know we've been waiting for one for a while. It's been worth the wait. I tell you, this thing's a death trap though. It does not feel safe.
You are?
Don't feel safe this way.
No, no.
Look at the steering wheel. Let go of the wheel and take it round a roundabout opposite way. Not feel safe this thing. Shit, I expected it to be a lot less grippy. I thought it was going to be like, yeah. When it actually puts power down.
It's right dry and all though, isn't it? Dry as hell.
I think it's going to do a good draggy time, mate.
I do and all.
It's great lagging, but if I can keep it in that boost, I think it'll do a good draggy time. It's just loud in here, it's like a rally car.
Yeah.
It's just so loud. Everything's stripped out. Mate, what a weapon.
It just feels like it pulls and pulls and pulls.
As I said, it has got a tendency to set on fire, so hopefully it doesn't. We've got
It's
fire.
still a bit warm.
I've got my handbook fire extinguisher ready. It does smell warm. And it's a hot day as well, so we are going to be. I'm not going to def it forever, but we are going to play in it. I've been wanting a Civic Turbo for a long time, so I am actually buzzing with this. You know this is my not favourite car list.
It sounds devilish, that, under that bonnet.
It is devilish. Where's everybody that wants a race? Why does nobody want to race at 10:30 in the morning? Prime time. Oh, coppers are a Greg's. Prime time for a race. Don't feel safe for the fast in it. Feels really sketchy. Feel like it's got every ball joint in the world hanging off.
I'm gripping onto that wheel. Look at that, look. That's just from me.
She's got some knobs, she's got some rowels. Don't feel you full of confidence, she's rough and ready, but Connor owner did tell me that. I guess that makes it more fun to drive because you don't know if it's going to kill you or not. Why do we never find anyone who wants to race?
I know.
And then yeah, I'll come up here in my van and everybody in the dog's racing up here. Tesla. What's that?
Oh.
S8?
Yeah, it wants a piece, I reckon. Maybe. It does.
On my way. On limiter.
That smelled warm.
Oh. I tell you, if you'd let it, it'd snap a speedo, I reckon.
Yeah, I know.
If you let it. Obviously, I'm only doing speed limits. I don't want to lose my license, but I reckon this would snap a speedo if you let it. Absolutely brutal. What a weapon. Love it. I'm a bit two minds about dragging. It's very laggy, I'll tell you now. It's so laggy. It just seems to take forever to hit turbo, but once it does, it goes. So if we can get it off at first, get it into that turbo and keep it there, I reckon this will do a solid time.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it will. Fucking hell.
It just pulls for days, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I tell you, these should have come like this out of the factory.
Yeah.
Anyone that's driven a K20 before, I've had one myself, naturally aspirated, they're not that great. They're very low torque, not that great. This, got bags of torque. Just put your foot down and it's off. Fucking Jesus.
Feels very sketchy though, doesn't it?
It is sketchy, I tell you now, it's sketchy. I'm sure owner's gone a lot faster than me. He's got bigger blocks than me. I'd like to make it back for lunch. What a car though, what a car. Massive thanks to Connor for bringing it in. I am doing him a good deal on this, because obviously I wanted to rip it. So yeah, it goes both ways. But yeah, big thanks for him to bringing this in. We've wanted one on channel for a while, and I'm disappointed at all. You know, now we're going to have every Tom, Dick and Harry on the turbo. It's like, oh, you need to go in mine, you need to go in mine. Joe, if you've got, now we've had a turbo one, supercharged. Who's got a supercharged one? I want to go in a supercharged one to compare. Anyone needs a bit of work on a supercharged EP3, along them lines, DC5, let me know. we'll be able to work a little bit of a discount out in return for me having a go in it. Let me know. Anyway, we're going to try and get a draggy time out of it. We're going to see what it'll do. I'm in two minds. I don't know what it's going to do. We're going to find out. I'm going to get some cold in here first. I can smell burning oil. It's never a good sign, is it?
No.
Alright, ready? Yeah. Let me just reset.
Oh.
What did she do? Can't even see. 6.37, I was expecting better. I can't do better than that.
Yeah,
He's got a new clutch in it. If I go any more than that, I'm going to kill his clutch. Can't do any better than that.
No.
6.3, so it's still quick though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Still quick. That just goes to show you though, like, at side at Golf R's, Ateca's, although this feels insanely fast, at side at Ateca just fucking blows it off. Right? It's Quattro in it though, so this won't be in the same league as them on that list, but I mean, don't get me wrong, it ain't slow. And I bet your owner could do a damn sight better than that. I bet your owner, obviously he's used to car, I bet he could do a better one than that. I feel like I got that away pretty good, to be honest.
Yeah, it span on first, didn't it?
It did spin. Just kiss it limiter every time. I'm happy with that. This car is so quick. Right, I'm taking it back for the record. I love this car, I want one. Can't tell you how bad I want one. It's made me want to build one all the more.
We should build one, but build one properly.
This is built properly, isn't it?
Savage.
This is built properly, don't get me wrong, it's rough, but
Build a 500 horsepower.
I like this. It's rough, it's ready, it's not a show princess, but my God, does it get dark road? I like it, it's my type of car. I love a shed that gets dark road, and that is what it is, isn't it? I'm sure owner will agree. It's a shed what gets dark road quick.